Refrain the need to explain yourself to people, to justify yourself to others. You don't know anyone an explanation for the things that you do, why you do and act, and the decisions that you're making. Sorry, that wasn't English right now, but you get what I mean, right? Like, you don't need to explain yourself to anyone in this world. Never. The moment you feel like you need to explain yourself to someone, you're instantly giving your power away. You just need to live your life the way you want to, and also understand that you need to let other people live life the way they want to. If a person, for example, wants to say something badly about you, let them. Let them. If you're in a group setting and somebody tells you something, first of all, if you believe everything that you hear, you have an IQ of a goldfish. That's just the reality. I'm not going to believe every single thing that I hear. I must be stupid. Obviously, I can make a mental note, but I will give every person a chance, in the sense that when I see them, I will not judge them based on XYZ things somebody told me. I will judge them based on their actions. It's honestly very dangerous to be surrounded by people who believe everything they hear about other people. If you are so easily swayed by somebody else's opinion, even though you truly know me, then you were never really my person to begin with. For instance, if somebody would come up to me and tell me something shitty about a person that I know, I would never believe them. I know exactly how they are. This person proved themselves to me. Why would I care what the Dядя Вася thinks? Of course I wouldn't. Of course I wouldn't. I'm not retarded. Do you get it? So, first of all, live life the way you want to. And second of all, just let them. Let people believe whatever they want to believe about you. If they believe that you just flew from the sky 3 meters high, let them. You don't need to explain yourself to anyone. And I think that's such an important realization that you need to grasp. I had it once where there was a girl, she was going around and saying things about me that were completely far away from reality, and whoever believed her, I was just like, wow, damn, these people are such Mitläufer, in the sense that they believe anything they hear. She tried to let everybody gang up against me, and I was like, damn, like, are we in kindergarten? Why are you doing that? It's so stupid. First of all, whatever you're saying is bullshit. Second of all, it was about a girl who basically thought that I was like taking her mans, even though I didn't even know her. I like talked to her once for 5 minutes, and I didn't even know that this was her mans. Well, mans in the sense that this was her ex. That topic, I find it so funny because you don't owe a girl loyalty with who you're not friends with. If somebody talks to me for 5 minutes, I expect them to have loyalty to me? Of course not. Besides the fact that I don't expect them to have loyalty to me, I'll not go around and talk shit because I don't have the time of the day to do that. But that example in my life was a perfect example of me, how many people just blindly follow what other people have to say without actually having their own brain. Because besides the fact that this guy was her ex, second of all, I talked to her like 5 minutes in the sea where she apparently told me that she was dating this guy. And third of all, I wasn't even friends with her. I interacted with her once, and that was for 5 minutes. So I found it like pretty funny the way everything worked out. But that just reminded me today of how you just need to truly have your own opinion, have your own mind. There are a lot of retarded people out there, and if I would believe everything I hear, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. I didn't even explain myself back in the days. Besides the fact that I anyway thought they're all losers, I just thought to myself, wow, if you believe her, you don't have anything up there, and why would I want to be associated with people like that? You know me exactly as a person, you know my morals, you know my values, you know exactly how I take. And if you can so easily be swayed by someone else, well, then you were never my person to begin with. You were never my group of people, and that's that. The more people talk about you, the more it proves to them and to you that you're doing everything right in life. The only thing that's a problem is when people feel neutral towards you, but if they have something to say about you, if they hate on you, if they love you, these are all emotions. There's a thin line between loving someone and hating them. And as long as they feel something towards you, you're doing everything right in life. You can't change neutrality. You can't change indifference. You can always turn a hater to a fan. And the more people talk about you, the more you are creating a fan club. We all know that the only people that are being talked about are people who are interesting. I will only talk about those ones who have something going for themselves, who are interesting in some sort of way. Why would I talk about a loser that doesn't do anything with his life, that never made me feel some type of way? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Same thing with about a girl. Why would I talk about somebody if I don't find her interesting, if I don't think that she's something going for herself? You tell me. So don't view hate as a negative thing. Embrace it. When I went to exchange to Ohio, I was the most hated person there. I had a strong opinion. I didn't go with the crowd. There were a bunch of people who hated my guts. And trust me, a lot of people in my position would cry themselves to sleep, be depressed 4 times already. I was the most hated person there just because I had an opinion that not everybody else had. But you know what I did instead? I was like, thank you so much for all the love that you're showing to me, because even your hate gives me energy. But I have just such a different mindset in life. I always view things a little bit differently than other people. People in my position, the hate that I got, you can even check it out in my Instagram about me story. People were writing, oh, send her back. Oh my God, somebody should take for her a one-way ticket back home and stuff like that. But I was like, oh my God, I feel so flattered. That's exactly the energy that I'm hoping for. I mean, I am someone, you are a no one. What is there to be sad, depressed about? And that shows that my mindset is just completely different. That hate turned into love later on. Never let this hate drag me down. I never let other people drag me down. And that's the only time when you can lose. You can only lose and give up your power when you let the voice of other people bring you down. When you let other people make you sad, make you depressed, make you doubt yourself. Why would you give anyone power over you and your emotions? I control my own reality and I don't listen to anything that I don't want to hear. So if there are people who hate me, like, thank you. And I'll move on with my day as if nothing ever happened. Because I'm that bitch.